Happy, howdy, happy, howdy, happy, howdy. Be happy today. Be happy. We are coming in live. Um, Blessed day. We've got a computer here. And the dealioid is, if you remember, we kind of had this at one point. And we kicked it to the curb. And we're going to see every once in a while somebody throws you a pile of junk. And for rich people, it's like, hey, man, you know, if you're making $500 an hour, what the fuck does it make for a fucking $40 computer? But, you know, for the low man, it's like this is a machine here. And it can be used to, do things that are important that could help people or help yourself. So, you know, we get this chunk of junk thrown down here, and it's been one of those wickety wild experiences that I'm sure you all are aware of. Is that correct? I'm speaking to you. How about you? You wouldn't happen to be the one that I was trying to talk to, would you? I'm extending the microphone. Okay. Can you speak? Go ahead. Never mind. Alrighty. So let's dig in. It looks like there's some fanage. There's some brackets here. And of course, battery. It's been sitting here for ages. And, you know, you get down and out, you're going to have to deal with it. Here we have some rubbing alcohol pads. These could be good for sprucing up things, disinfecting things. You might need them. We're not really going to use those today. Bag of tools. And then, of course, this is going to be, it looks like an exhaust vent here. This is where your exhaust, the heat, and something to do with the heating and the cooling, the HVAC of the computer, one might say. All right. So we also have here Dell computer tab here. These are another parts of the machine. Don't want to have that. Keyboard. I mean, and let's get real. When somebody gives you a fucking computer, you know, pardon my language. When somebody gives you a computer, you know that it's fucked up. Again, sorry, like I said, man, we're trying to define this market. You're going to be going through some testing like gerbils if you're watching me. I determined, based on my knowledge, that the problem of this fucker was a simple jack. This is the piece that is needed. This is why the computer wouldn't work, or they claim it didn't work. So we're going to get to test that. And like I said, when you're flying and blind, I mean, dude, if you're making like, you know, if you were like me and I'm making $4,000 a week, it's like, I don't make $4,000 a week. But even if you're making a fucking sluggish amount of money, you're working, you don't have the fucking time to bullshit. So for posterity, we're going to handle this. Don't forget your ugly reference. Go ahead and wipe her down right here. Okay, and now you see the top of the, I guess this is going to be your front board, and we're going to flip it around, and it's like, holy Moses. There's a lot of work right here. But we see where the problem lies. I don't know if you can see this, but it's right here. You see that? So that's going to require some work. Let me take you down here for a ride. You want to go for a ride, motherfucker? We're going for a ride. All right. I think I brought y'all in pretty close. That was pretty wicked, huh? Looks like we got a bit to contend with here. By the way, my fucking van was stolen, man. And along with my Panavise system, my Panavise was in there. My Panavise is gone. So it's going to be really hard to do this video. Really hard to do this video without the Panavise. So all right, let's just try to mount this thing right here. Are you able to see this? You able to see this piece of work right here? These are all hex screws. It's going to require hex, of which I think we have. Right fucking here. Problem is, I don't have a driver. Can you see this? You can't even see it. I'm sorry. Like I said, my Panavise, I was out on the storm chase. We're not going to talk too much about it. Right now, I need to focus on getting you guys squared away. Please bear with this filth. As far as this, I'm having some trouble setting this thing. Motherfucker took my Panavise. I guess it's my fault for leaving it there. All right. So here we got it. You're plugged in. I'm going to go ahead and it feels like I can actually, without the toolie, I'm looking for the toolie. I don't have a toolie, so, but it seems like I'm able to turn this by hand. So we're trying to separate this thing. You see that? Gotta do it manually because I ain't got the shit. Sometimes they get a little tough. Don't let it whoop you. Don't let that hex nut whoop you. Don't let it whoop you. Don't let it whoop you, girl. My goodness. There you go. And then here's like looking for that like I said, trying to get this fucker. And these are pressure set screws. You hear them pop. Pressure set. Fuck this, dude. We gotta get the fucking we gotta get the hoister. I don't know what you call it. Take off a second. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Like I said, up and out for a long time. Long fucking time. I just now got back. We got two problems. I tell you what, I guess we can show them to you live. Where are we at? We never did find that the hoister. And that's a all right. There's our vice grip. You know where vice grip is? You see this motherfucker? That's a vice grip, son, daughter, whatever you identify yourself as. See that? You turn your motherfucking screw. You see? Oh, man. What do you know? The screw come out. Is there anything in there, dumbass? Is there anything in there, you fucking retard? You goddamn fucking idiot! I don't think so. So it's like, well, let's try to get a little more. Trying to get a little more leeway. You see what I'm saying? Baby. With me. With me, darling. I hope so. Maybe that was a little too much. I'll try to bring you back down to earth. Oh! What are you doing to that horse? Leave that horse alone. All right. We're back. There you go. How about that? Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that fucking hate me. And, fuck them. Even real Mid-South media labs in this ballroom scenario. We've got this Exacta blade right here. There's a problem with this thing. Take a look at it. It's supposed to have this square thing here, but instead it's got this. It won't come out. You do like that, nothing comes out. So check this out. We're gonna try to fix it. Now watch this. We're back to the vice grip. Hear that spring? That's one of the key implements. There's also a preliminary trigger right here. It looks like a simple tool, but it's actually a complex mechanism. once it goes in, it locks in place. So we've got this here. How are we going to separate this piece of machinery, this piece of metal? So what you're going to want to do is you got to screw it down. And are you seeing the mechanism of the mechanism? All right, so here we got the clamper, and it's like, okay, where did it go? It hit the ground. And it took on off. All right, so here we are again. This is kind of jammed up right here. These things are also known as art knives. Now, maybe a little lubricant. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to attempt to put a little lubricant. Give me just 1 second. The WD-40 ad. WD-40, maybe make a little money. Howdy. All right, we back. Now we got the WD-40. Go forget to pick you up a bottle. This is actually water displacement 40, what it was used to be called. It was for nuclear missiles. It would help them out back in the day, or so it was called. Don't get that shit on the computer. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to apply a little lube. little bit of, see, put a little bit of that. Get that lube down in there and see what's really jostling. Because something's holding it up. It needs to turn. You see where it is right here? Okay, I think we're starting to see some victory. Victory! Remember, victory! Nothing short of victory. V for victory, motherfucker. Victory! You understand? No, you don't. You're just a fucking worthless wrench. Look at this wrench, man. It's just sitting here. Is it lubricating? Is it lubricating? So now it goes right here. Look at this. Take a look at the head itself. Can you see the head? Look at the head itself. So, yeah, I mean, if you really, I mean, you could apply some lube to the parts inside of there. Just lube it up. And you see this ate up a considerable amount of man hours or woman hours. I don't give a fuck what you call them hours. Okay. So there's some hair on the handle. Never get that shit on there. And apparently the problem was this thing going in here like that. All right. And it's still doing it. Look at that shit. What the fuck? Pardon my language, folks. How do you avoid it from doing that? If y'all could chime in, find out why is this art knife doing like this? All right, I think we got it. Just don't go back down the braid. There it is. So I guess we can call this case closed. Man, if we can put a blade in it or of equal stature. Test it. Maybe it ain't. There you go. Yeah, that case is closed. See that? Pretty wicked, ain't it? It took a minute. You gotta get a little understanding. Has it you ever had your hands in your grandma's panties? You haven't had your hands in your grandma's panties before, have you? What about your grandpa's panties? I'm just fucking with you. Anyway, halftime is here. We've made it through that first obstacle. And we go ahead and liberate the thing here just to make sure. And look at that. See? Okay, well, I don't want to bash brands. This is an XL right here. Maybe I'm not doing this right. If anybody can chime in, find out why this knife is, why I'm having a hard time with it. There we go. Not that big a deal. Look at the threading of these devices. This is a big thing, is the threading. What's up with the threading here? All right, we're done with that. Finally. Still stuck on these. And these ones are a real drag. We've already employed some of that lube. So let's get some of that lube oil. We don't recommend putting none of that lube oil on these circuits. But we're going to put some on these screws. It's a real fucking drag. We don't have the, you know what I'm talking about. We'll do it like this. One way or the other, we're going to get it off of here. You see that? They don't like it. But we got to go back and see what is it? The sins. Do you see that? Sins of the Father. Oh, sins of the Father. Oh, worrisome. All right. About to pull these loose. Okay. I'm going to have to zoom in real low. Look at this. Yeah, man, I've got some pretty shitty equipment. Sorry about that. But that is the object of focus right now. We've got to figure out. We gotta get that. Fortunately, we've got the tools for the job. Really don't think that's necessary. We've got to find a way to get the jack on here. There's a lot of wicked mysticism trying to fuck me. So go watch out. See right there. About broke it free. Yeah, he about broke it free right there. He broke it free! And that's how you do. So, sit your ass. And crank it up a few layers higher. You're gonna need a little bit harder so you can see what's going on. All right, so it looks like it's pulling up here. But we've still got, like I said, we've got had to pull these. This is going to need to be pulled. I want to look at like, I don't know if you can see this. Like right here's got to be pulled. There's one right in there. This is one holding it up. Okay, right here. Here we go. It goes up. Finally, we're making progress. We're almost into the third quarter. I don't even think a lot of this shit was necessary. We didn't accomplish much. But we're looking right here at the main board. Power jack ain't there. Power jack gone. And if you take a look, man, that motherfucker's kind of melted on there. Can you see that? It's kind of like a little city. But right there, that's the port that we've got the problem. And we're going to run. We got about 15 minutes left. If you got any questions, we're about to try to figure out what to do with it. Okay. I'm going to have to take a really close look. If you look at it, it appears as if there's these, what is this type of projector boards? And I think these are going to need to be removed, I would venture to say. So let's try that. That's another one of those. You're going to need you're going to need a reverse hex for that. Or some needle nose and some torque, which I don't have any needle nose right now. I've got these vice grips, but we're not trying to damage the machine. Look at that. You're coming up all on the case right here. See that? Look at that. You're coming all up on the case like that. Can't be coming all up on the case like that. You know, hit a couple macaronis. Now we gotta find a way to get these. I don't think it's going to be an issue, but it may be an issue to take this one right here. So what we're going to do is probably not recommended is maybe snip on some of this. Let's look at this jack here. Undo what we're going to do here. Let's see, pop this. Looks like, you know, you damage one of these transistors or so. Right here. All right, so look at this weird shit. Pretty wicked looking shit here. Something to be confronted with. May have fucked it up. If you fuck it up, I mean, you can't fucking see. But there are super, super, super tiny resistors and capacitors down here. You can't see, but like, whoa. If you fuck it up, I mean, you're done. Trying to clear this region. Are you able to see this? Clearing this region. Rolling this sheath. All right. So there it is. You're only going to have a few options. You're going to have to I mean, look at this thing, man. And there you have this. And I'm like, well, gently, motherfucker. Can you see me worky? It's gonna. See that? All right, we're almost to the end of the hour. We got about 7 minutes left, you cunts. I'm snipping a little bit, fucking around down here on this circuit board. I told you, motherfucker, about that shit. Can you see what I'm working on? Be real fucking careful. I mean, It's about like a surgeon, you gotta fucking don't fuck a shit up. But the motherfuckers, man. They're people, they ain't machines. And they turn their back on their principles. They try to be like machines. I had to see them do like that. And there you got it. Right in there. They try to be like the machines. I don't give a damn. All right. Looks like we cleared that motherfucker. It don't look damaged, does it? So, I guess we'll call it an hour. We broke free that jack. Motherfucker's trying to jack. And that was the mission. We're gonna see what happens. What's the rest of the story in computer lab? Oops, don't drop your tweezers. The rest of the story on the computer lab. If the computer lab continues to roll. I think we got how many minutes left? We got 1 minute left for questions. One minute for questions. Mid-South Media Labs. Annual reports due. Got to create a new account. Left on the side of the road. Baked to die. It's a motherfucker. We're going to be researching some neat stuff. So just you wait.